I don't want to meet new people or do new things because I might not remember stuff.
You probably got friends out there with the same kind of symptoms and no one is admitting to it.
It's a show that's so much more than just a football show. You never really see a game of rugby league because he's an ex-player. But I'd love to provoke discussion around male communication and avoidance and what holds us all back, men and women, from reaching out for help when we're a little scared. And this guy's never been scared. So almost like it's embarrassing to be scared. So he's coming from a long way back on a journey towards communicating.
All hail the King of Cronulla!
For men, you know, like Peter Plum, growing up in rugby league with a dad that said never take a backward step, it's almost like he doesn't have permission in his soul to admit that he's scared and to reach out. So hitting the piss and gambling and cracking on and pretending nothing's wrong, that's when the toxicity begins, because it spits out sideways. I used to believe that men should stand in a circle and talk about their feelings. I don't think it's ever going to happen. So my suggestion in Plum is that maybe they could talk to themselves through the written word, inventory, poetry, keeping a diary, writing something down. So if you have articulated it within your own mind, within your own heart, when you do get in a situation with your son, your ex-wife, we've had a few drinks and you're going to send that text or whatever it is, you actually know what you think and what you feel and what's wrong. And if men could do that, if men could find a way into their own emotional language, then it might not come out toxic. And that's what I wanted audiences to come to see, is that he's behaving very badly, but it's not because he's a bad person, it's because he's terrified and he's out of his depth for the first time.
I've been writing things down.
It can be quite confronting and difficult to watch, and especially when you see parts of you in there. And yeah, like for me, at the moment I'm going okay, but I'm also not naive enough to think that those days may come back, or there might be a different incident. But I know there are a number of former, professional athletes that are in the same boat, and one of the goals of this show, I believe, is to shine a bit of a spotlight on that and show people that it doesn't need to be this way, that there is help available out there.
We can do something about this. We can look at how we decrease the number of concussions and repeated head injuries in all our contact sports, and we can make a difference by acting early and noticing the signs when they are there late. So I think that's really important take-home information, and it's socialised in a way that we can all relate to, instead of being scientific jargon that we can just put aside, or that the sporting codes can put aside and say, oh, we'll talk about that at a conference. Here it is, right out there. We're seeing it played out in our television almost every week, with yet another one of our sporting heroes declaring that they've got these problems. And now we get to watch it close up and very intimately with someone who's going through these struggles literally in front of us.
I had a moment and I haven't had one since.
Can we ever reduce the risk of concussion to zero? Probably not. But there are ways in which we can manage concussion, and I don't know if it's the take-home message in Plum, but the importance about being honest with concussion. If you suffer it, you need to tell the truth with it.